All right, everybody, we're being joined now by Coach Swinney. He will open up with some introductory comments before we open the line to questions. Coach, take it away.
Okay. Well, first of all, congratulations to NC State, Coach Dorn. Man, I knew it was going to be an incredibly tough battle. They just did a tremendous job. And these kids played incredibly hard. The crowd was excellent. It was a great college football game. And, so congratulations to those guys for sure. But for us, man, we got to hurt much. We got a really hurting locker room and a hurting group of coaches and staff. We put a lot into this. This is certainly not what we intended. But we just got to regroup. That's all I can say. We'll say this: our kids never quit. Our staff never quit. Everybody fought to the last second, the last play, and but in the end, just too many mistakes. I mean, just so many critical penalties, jumping off sides, and just some really critical penalties, which killed us time of possession. We just got worn down with the time of possession and not plays. Bunch of guys hurt, and the heart just breaks for those guys. We've got a physically hurt team, and we've got a mentally hurt team right now and staff. Listen, the one thing I know about me, the one thing I know about the people in that locker room and on this staff is there's no quit in us and there's no give up. And it's been a long time. It's been a long time since we've been in a situation like this, that's for sure. We've got a lot of great moments, a lot of great times, and there's going to be a lot more to come. This is where we are right now. We're 2-2 with two incredibly difficult losses. Our opener, and then you come up here in a double overtime game. But at the end of the day, I love these guys. I love this team, and I'm proud of their effort tonight. I've got to help them be better and more disciplined, but I'm super proud of their effort and their heart and their just fight to the last second. And again, they made one more critical play than we did, and but we'll regroup. Show up on Monday, get back to work, try to find a way to beat BC. That's really all we can focus on right now. Heart hurts for a lot of these guys that are hurt and banged up, but again, proud of the guys that were able to go in there and continue to compete. Even though we didn't win the game, I thought we grew up a little bit in some areas tonight. And, we'll go from there. So just focus on this week and what's in front of us. My heart hurts for our fan base. I know it's everybody hurts right now. We put a lot into it. And it's been a long time since we've been in this situation. But you best believe we're going to keep fighting, do everything we can to pick ourselves up and get back on track. That's what we got to do. That's all we can do. So, congratulations to NC State. Incredibly hard-fought victory.
Open for questions. We have anything from anybody?
Dabo, it's Andrea Adelson with ESPN. Just what was the message to the team in the locker room? It's obviously, as you said, been a long time since you guys have been in this type of situation since you've been there.
Yeah, kind of like what I just said, you got to own it. That's where we are right now. And still got 8 more games on our schedule. And we got one this week. And we need to just, get back to work on Monday. Continue to learn, continue to grow, continue to fight, and continue to stay together. That's the main thing. Let's just find a way to win a game. Find a way to win a game. Find a way to get on track and see if we can build some momentum in our season. But it certainly hurts. Everybody's hurt. Again, we got a lot of guys in that locker room that have never lost a road game, a true road game. This is that's where we are, and we've got to again own it, learn from it, and keep moving forward. You know, that's what competitors do. And, you know, we just got to stay together and get back at it on Monday.
Dabo, this is Matt. Just kind of sticking with that theme. Do you worry at all about when the expectations were what they were now at 2-2, that the ceiling for the season is going to change about keeping guys together, keeping guys motivated, and expectations now for the season have changed?
Expectation is for us to be the best we can be. That ain't ever changed, you know, and you know, that's still the case. You know, things happen. You know, guys get hurt. You get some heartbreak along the way. But the expectation is for us to be the best we can be. That's the expectation. That has not changed, and that's not going to change. So, in order for us to do that, we got to get locked in and you know, flush this, learn from it, and try to go win a game this week. That's what we got the opportunity to do. That's all we can focus on.
Dabo, this is Grace with The Athletic. When you start to diagnose the issues with the offense, where do you start?
Well, anxious to watch the tape, but obviously we really struggled there in the first half, and again missed a couple of opportunities early. But you know, we came alive a little there late, you know, and I was really proud of them, how they competed and how they responded, and finally found a few things in the run game and found a few things off of it. You know, great execution there in overtime, the first overtime, and had a good play in the second one. We just didn't quite, you know, come down with it, and they did. You know, they made a great play, and we didn't. But you know, we got a lot of work to do, and that's just kind of where we are right now. We got a bunch of good people involved, and we got a bunch of good people involved that care. We'll figure it out. So it's disappointing for sure. We're not very good right now. That's why we're 2-2. It's my job to get us better.
Hey, Dabo, it's Phil Kornblut with Sports Talk Media Network. Do you continue to stick with DJ at quarterback, or do you have to kind of open things up this week in practice?
Yeah, I thought DJ gave us a chance to win the game. You know, I thought he did a lot of good things, and he's just going to continue to get better. He's got a great future. Again, unfortunately, we thought we wanted to be, thought we'd be 4-0 right now. But I don't think any less of him right now than I would if we were 4-0, because I know how hard he works. And again, he gave us a chance to win the game tonight. And, you know, but certainly got things that he's got to do better as well. But, you know, at this point, 2-2, you look at everything. There's nothing that you don't evaluate. You know, I think DJ is our quarterback.
Hey, Coach, it's Trevor.
This is Matt again. Go ahead, Trevor. Okay.
Go ahead,
I was just going to say with
Coach, I know you don't want to make any premature diagnosis on Will Shipley, but did it look like a knee? And how much concern, I guess, is there about the depth at running back, having potentially lost him, and of course Lynn J having transferred?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was his knee, but I don't know the diagnosis right now.
You feel good about your running back room and depth,
Yeah,
even
I mean,
without potentially without Will and without Lynn J?
But we got what we got, you know. I mean, we got what we got. We can't go sign free agents right now, so that's what we got. And you know, hopefully it's you know, not something that's going to have him out for any amount of time or whatever. But you know, if it is, there's nothing we can do about it other than you know, go back to work with the guys that we have, and you know, Kobe and Rich and Dukes and Moffitt. That would obviously change things for him.
Yeah, but this is Matt. I know you said this week that a big focus was just cleaning up all the mental mistakes with the jumping off sides and I guess offensive line kind of going to the right, blocking the right guys. Is there anything you can point to with some of those problems just continuing?
Well, the biggest disappointment was our defensive line jumping off sides. I mean, it was probably 5 or 6 times. And I mean, we told them, I called a timeout one time and we talked about it. We're still jumping off sides. we just were very undisciplined, and that's not been who we are. I mean, just they're a very aggressive bunch, and just did a poor job. We did a poor job. It extended a bunch of drives. A bunch of those 3rd and 8s became 3rd and 3s, 3rd and 6s, 3rd and 1s. We had a 4th and 3, and again, same thing. Just discipline and focus, and disappointing, very disappointing. And those guys are disappointed. Nobody wants to do those things, but obviously that was a huge Achilles heel tonight.
Dabo, this is Billy Witz from the New York Times. Did the inability to string together first downs, how much did that hamstring, also the defense, I guess, wearing it out? And when's the last time that, you've had so many prolific offenses, when's the last time you just, really struggled to, function on any consistent basis?
Well, it's been a long time, man. A long time. And it hurt us tonight.
Yep.
Corey,
you guys gave up only 214 yards.
49 or so, and I think they had the ball 40 minutes to our 18 or 19. And, just wore us down. I mean, I guess to answer your question, I mean, it's probably been 2010 maybe, where I remember that year, we weren't very explosive. We were kind of in transition from a personnel standpoint. We could run the ball. We were able to run the ball well. I remember that year in 10, the way we were built, we were good on defense and good running game, but we struggled kicking the ball that year. We really, I think we were 57% of field goals, and that was, really something we needed. But it's been a long time, since we have, just not been able to put it together offensively. That's for sure. But that's where we are. And again, as I said earlier, it's we'll do everything we can to try to get better. And not any quitting us. I know everybody's disappointed. Everybody's hurt. But we'll show back up on Monday, go back to work, and see if we can find a way to win a game. That's really all we can focus on. And that's all we're going to focus on.
Dabo, this is Larry Williams. On the broadcast, Robert Griffin called the offensive scheme archaic. And I know that y'all are going to get a heaping amount of criticism moving forward. I'm just wondering, do you think that the philosophy and the play calling is doing a sufficient job of putting the players in position to make plays from your vantage point?
Well, we run the zone, we run the counter, we run the power. I mean, we've been an offense that's been really, really good for a long time. But, the criticism is warranted because that's where we are right now. That's what we've displayed. So, with the way we've performed, you're going to get criticism and you're going to get, comments and things like that. And you know what? Hey, that comes with the territory because the expectation and the standard at Clemson and who we are, we're not meeting that. It's just that simple. And so, listen, people are going to say whatever they want, and there's really not anything we can say because we're not getting it done right now.
Dabo, this is
Take a couple more for Coach.
Dabo, this is Pete Thamel from Yahoo. I'm curious if you think in the big picture, all your goals are still in front of you right now. I know you're focused on winning one game, and maybe a second part of that is you have players who you're recruited to win. You have #1 recruiting classes, the highest level. Does this change how you have to coach? These guys haven't struggled, and they're not used to going through struggle.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is an opportunity to teach. This is an opportunity to develop. I mean, we're teachers and leaders, and these are young people. And, we've got a lot of guys that have not experienced this. So absolutely, this is an opportunity for us to grow and teach. I mean, that's anytime you go through any type of challenges or adversity, if you don't let it define you or destroy you, it will develop you. And that's how I've always gone about my life. I've never been defined by a school board. I'm never going to be. Certainly important, it matters. But my job right now is to teach and to grow this group up, what they're capable of being. I mean, we've had a 2-3 team my first year that went on and played for this league championship. So, I mean, it hurts. I mean, all we can do is focus on what we can control. We can't control the past. We can't control anything other than, where we are right now, and getting back to work on Monday and staying together. Again, certainly understand all the questions and comments and all that stuff, and it's warranted. But my job is to lead, and that's what we're going to do. And we're going to take this opportunity to grow our team in a positive way and see if we can get better.
We'll take one more for Coach.
Hey Dabo, it's Alexis from the state. I know it's early, but do you have an update on Skowski and Brzee?
I do not.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.